All right, we're talking about what protection do you sleep with next to your bed. Home security has never been so important. We're going to tell you what real estate agents take on this. Stay tuned.
Good morning.
Morning, Zanthony.
It's not very often we do a cheeky Monday morning minutes together.
No, we've retired Mark for the day.
See you, Mark. Yeah, we've got the younger, fitter, better looking man here beside me.
Woo! But this is it's actually quite a fun topic to talk about from a boy and a girl's perspective.
I agree. It's a fun one. What protection do you sleep with?
And we're talking about home security this morning. And in this topic of conversation got striked up when we were thinking about all the homes that we sell and all the products that are on the market for home security, whether it's do-it-yourself or whether you get someone in professionally to help set up your home to be crim safe. I'm actually surprised that I feel like there's lack of home security.
I think it's whatever you feel comfortable with, really. I know from going through a lot of the properties that we do sell, I find that more often than not, it's the older people or the elderly that have that higher level of security within their home, whether it's the double deadlock door or the little creepy crawly camera thing that follows everyone's movements that's motion detected.
Yeah.
But I do find that it's more often than not the elderly people that have that higher level of protection, whereas the younger families or people Billy's and my age certainly don't have much protection at all in the way of keeping their home safe.
Yeah, to be totally transparent here, guys, I'm sleeping with a wooden stick next to my bed. So if if anyone comes into my room unannounced, that's what I'll be reaching for. Certainly no
I just
alarm.
throw a shoe at them or something. I actually sleep with my door unlocked, and more often than not, I'm the only one home in my apartment. So if anyone wants to come over and steal a shoe, that's all I've got worth stealing. Go for it.
But it is funny to think, as I said, how many products are on the market. I mean, the probably most common that I see out there is the Ring doorbell, or the one that can...
We don't see many doorbells either these days, do we?
No, not really. But I think that one's maybe been quite popular to see who's approaching the door before you get there. And if you're out of the house, you can still get a motion detector and see who's up at the property.
Yeah.
The deadlocks would be one maybe.
Yeah. The child locks that you can place on the windows, so you can only open them a certain way and they don't extend past that. Special locks that you can put on the windows, that's always a good option if you do have one of the lower apartments, or you have easy access from the ground floor to avoid people just jumping on in.
Yeah.
But in saying that, all of this, Billy, I haven't really heard much in the way of around the northern beaches, people actually breaking into homes.
Yeah, we're a very, very lucky like that. We live in a beautiful place that is very, very safe.
Yet you still sleep with a stick. Can we just elaborate on this stick a little bit more? How long is it? How wide is it? Is it more like a bat? Is it something just to poke people with?
It's like a walking stick. And it's all wooden. It's not a plastic stick. And I don't know how much damage it would do. I guess if you hit someone hard enough, anything hurts.
Billy has that higher level of protection. I suppose what also can protect you as well is going down the lines of insurance as well. Do you have that home and contents insurance? Do you have landlord insurance for your apartment, and all of those insurance schemes as well that can help protect you too?
Well, I think Luke's mentioned a really good point here. What can people take these days that are going to, what are you protecting on the inside? Yeah. I think most of this home security stuff is actually for you and your family. Don't get me wrong, where there's a real intent to break in, unfortunately, you can't be at your home all hours of the day. So I think most importantly, these things are to keep you safe whilst you're at the property, keep your family safe. Everything's online these days. So I don't think people are storing cash under the mattress like they used to once upon a
No,
time.
it's very much card heavy now. Everyone just taps and pays with their card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head in the way of just having that protection for your family, sleeping so you can feel safe. You won't have anybody interrupting you and your family time whilst you're there in the property. That would be very confronting. That would be scary for young children, and it would be hard to get over as well. And interestingly enough, if somebody was to break into your apartment and you got into an altercation with them or, you know, along those lines and did something to them, you could actually be at fault as well for that.
Yeah, well, we've been advised this morning from our sources that there is a thing called excessive force.
Yes.
And, you can't kick someone whilst they're down, so to speak. You could only, sort of restrain, I think, to a certain point. But, look, hopefully no one ever gets put in that situation. The idea of home security is, it'll do the trick for you. But between that and your insurance, if you really do get put in that position, don't fight. Maybe just try and get it solved with as limited force as possible.
Yeah. I think also if you are in an apartment complex and you don't have that security door down the front, maybe that's something that you could flag in one of your strata committee meetings to have that extra level of protection just entering the building.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the camera, the deadlocks on all of your windows, the Ring doorbell within your particular apartment door, at least you have that safety and certainty knowing that your apartment is secure. It's secure entrance.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess the obvious question that you ask here is, if you're going to spend some money on home security, does it add value to the property? And the same with a strata block. If you're going to upgrade your entrances to be security access, does it add value?
What do you think about this? I think it certainly makes people feel a little bit safer. I know that I sleep with my apartment unlocked, knowing that my apartment is security safe.
Yeah, I agree. I think it doesn't hurt, to be extra safe. It's only an extra key, turning the key, so at the front door to get in. As I think peace of mind is a big thing for a lot of people. It's, people all walks of life. If you're on your own, if you're maybe elderly, if you're young, and it's your first time moving out of home, it's just an extra level of comfort. We meet a lot of first home buyers, and sometimes they come around with their parents, to help in their search, and the parents are also quite excited the fact that sometimes it's a security block. And
definitely, I find that parents do get very excited about that.
Yeah, so I think that's that's money well spent.
Yeah. It is a fun topic. I mean, I'm open to viewer feedback as well, what their level of comfort is as well in the way of protection too. Is it the full kit that you're really after, having that super high level of protection? You want all of the gadgets, all of the gizmos, or are you happy and safe just knowing that you have just a lock on the door? I mean, all you do to your car really, if you've got an older car, is you just lock it. The newer cars have the alarm as well. So how does that translate into property too? Yeah,
it's well said. It is well said. And, as I said, we sell a lot of property. A lot of them sometimes, seem to feel the same. It's the standard top lock and the push the pin at the bottom. Is that enough? And or do you add some bits there? It's not expensive, some of this stuff as well. It does seem to make a big difference reinforcing those locks. Hard to steal a Tesla. Maybe not a Toyota Corolla.
We both have Corollas too.
But it's an interesting conversation, and this is a live show, so I'd love to hear the feedback. But the other thing that's interesting, we sell properties at all price points, and
we do.
Obviously the high-end stuff has got a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more so the higher-end luxury homes that have that full-blown security, the security access, the intercom, the camera, the intercom. I said intercom already, but having that super high level of protection. Whereas when you get down to the entry level as well, it is a little bit more laxed in that area.
Yep. But I think that's the show. If you're not crim safe, you're not crim safe. We'll plug them once again.
If you are interested in knowing how you can make your property more secure, though, certainly go down to the shops. You can get things from JB Hi-Fi, from Harvey Norman, from Bunnings to make your property that little bit more secure for your level of comfort, really.
Yeah, I jumped online. There was a list of 20 things you can do it yourself at home. Maybe that's a project over Christmas. Buy the family a cool gadget like that if they don't already have one.
Yeah. Dads would love that. They'd be all about it.
Yeah,
Anything
absolutely.
Gizmo and tech. I feel like that's a real dad gift.
Certainly don't come talking to us.
Or Bunnings also sells some dowel if you wanted to have a stick much like Billy's level of protection. Or you can cut some bits of dowel down to pop in your windows to make them
That's a good one, actually.
open a little bit less.
Yep. Good advice, Sam.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show.
That was a bit of a fun one.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So drop us a little message in the bottom and have a safe Christmas for everyone that is at home with their family.
Yeah, I think if you are going away for an extended period of time, before we wrap up, that's a really good point, Billy. If you are going away for an extended period of time, doing something like this and installing something that is a little bit more high-tech certainly would give you that level of comfort whilst you're away over the Christmas break.
Yeah, and I don't think you're trying to save the world with installing a little door cam. It's more probably just the the presence of having that there, to try and obviously deter. Yeah, as a deterrent. But obviously there's some great stuff online and it doesn't break the bank, so have a look at that.
Yeah.
And have a good day, guys.
That's a wrap. See you guys.
See ya.